So we're now on to level 3 of World 1. Hyrule Castle is up next. We won't save. So let's go into the next. So we're finally going into our dungeon. Yes, at the end of every pathway of every world, you're most likely to encounter a particular dungeon of sorts, where you actually do have, you know, keys, bosses, and all that stuff. And it looks like a Maiden has been placed here by Shadow Link. So let's go save her. We finally made it out of the cave of no return. That was a big ordeal in our end here. Oh, it's Kippur Gabora. It's coming in for a landing. Oh, Link, there's a terrible fiend in Hyrule Castle. He's leeching power from the maidens little by little. Listen well, Link. To rescue the maidens, you must face the fiercest of foes. Keep your wits about you and be wary. So we have to watch out for a boss, apparently. Essentially, that's basically the game telling you, hey, there's going to be a boss at the end of the stage, so make sure you're at 2,000 force gems so you can take it down with ease. I do not think you need 2,000 force gems to take down this boss, I think. But also the fact that we're getting an introduction to Tingle times. Tingle himself will leave these signs all around. Will basically either give you a hint or something that's going to happen in the stage. Tingle had an encounter with a charming lady fairy. It was fate, destiny. I was sneaking along behind her when she went into a castle and never came out. Sure, she's been captured because she's too adorable for her own good. If you happen to see Miss Fairy, gaze upon her lovingly for me. Oh, and save her too, Tingle. Tingle, that's kind of a little awkward, to say the least, but there we go. We got the Arrow Knights again. If you get Uncanny Valley from A Link to the Past in this game, because this game heavily uses music from that. I'll say right now, the music tracks, the soundtrack is not that bad in this game, but unfortunately, it does repeat soundtracks multiple times throughout the game, which is kind of sad in its own right. I just don't know why they use so many. Again, they're using A Link to the Past, you know, setup of its graphics, but you know, bear that in mind. But most likely, the music itself is not very original. Is that, you know, you've got to deal with music that's, you know, a repeat on time. Where sometimes you might hear a song that's like, oh, this is the Dark World theme. But also, it's the same theme that's playing on this stage, too. There's only a few very original tracks, like Lake Hylia, the first level we were playing in, had its original soundtrack. And also how the title screen works, too. All the rest, though, is more of a variation of other themes. Which is not, you know, it's a very, I would say a very safe soundtrack, to say the least. Never in my mind would actually hear that coming out of me. A very safe soundtrack. Because usually people say, oh, the game is just being safe with the generic setup of the game itself. But it's like, even the soundtrack gets that too. And while I do like the soundtrack, I do like A Link to the Past's soundtrack, but I would have loved to have, you know, a little bit more details. Oh, we have another Dark Nut. Oh boy. What we got here? Oh, these blue guys are just basically fodder to the nth degree. I'm getting owned by these guys so easily now. I get worried about these guys. These guys are brutal. Even though I can just run into them by accident. Force gems, I need hearts. Hearts, thank you. Thank you very much. I need them all the hearts. Yep. It gives a heart container for our trouble. Hey, we defeated somewhat of a boss, I guess. But this Hyrule Castle is certainly it's not a very hard stage, to be fair. It's again another linear pathway. But Oh, we gotta go into long here. Pull our lever. Actually, you don't need to be a long in this form. These levers are meant to be pulled by single players. Whoop. Come on now. Come on, fight me like a man! You don't need dark magic to do that. Come on now. Stop that. Stop hitting me. Stop hitting us! There we go. That's the correct term to use. Stop hitting us. Hit something else for a change. And so now we're going to be... Most of the majority of the stage is going to be inside this area here. So the viewing area is... if that is one thing about this game I generally don't like, is the overabundance of using the Game Boy Advance screen to basically do everything from interiors and everything. Again, I think if this game got re-released for, or at least a remaster for like the Switch, and having, you know, able to play with 4 switches to change this up, I would say this is probably would be a really cool Zelda game to bring to the Switch. You never know. The Zelda 35th Anniversary Collection could potentially do that. You never know. Because it's, you know, that's exactly what it'll be. Maybe... the Four Swords Saga, in my honest opinion, is probably one of the more forgetful, or at least the forgotten saga of Zelda. Yes, Nintendo has referenced it on the occasion, but it's hardly ever referenced very much anymore. Because again, it only had 3 games, with only 2 games people actually remember. The Minish Cap and this game. So, bear that in mind. But also getting the Hyrule Castle theme. I haven't mentioned that up till now. The Hyrule Castle theme from A Link to the Past, which is still, I would still say, is probably my favorite of the Hyrule Castle themes, because it just sounds more. It sounds grandiose, you know. And I think we've only heard this this version of the track in 2D Zelda specifically. It's like the go-to 2D Zelda track for Hyrule Castle. Gonna go up here. We need to grab this key that's hidden right here in the alcoving. And out we go. Huzzah! Alright, let's grab this key and let's go off to the left here. We'll unlock the door first. Then we'll head off to the left side and see what we can get with this key. Or with the left side of the castle. Because again, you want to explore the entirety of the world, of the level you're going into. Because there always could be a force gem on, you know, out of your way to be to obtain. So bear that in mind. I'm gonna stay with the bow and arrow. Alright. We got a force gem out there, 150. Let's go get it. Go, go, go! Yes! 150 force gems. Your sword is starting to glow, but it's not there yet. We get a blue bracelet for our trouble in here, as well as another 100 force gems. Huzzah! Huzzah! Da, 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 da. So if you're playing with multiple people, you can grab the fire rod alongside the bow and arrow if you so choose. But I think the bow and arrow is actually the better option because it has range. Usually prefer range over power, honestly. Well, because both power is still good, your sword is technically your main powerhouse, while using your items as secondary usage. Come on out. Up we go. Oh, come on now. You guys don't have no chance of trying to spin attack to victory. Spin attack usually can break through defenses, so you might as well perform that ability when you can. I try to roll into enemies to do that though, so I can actually pull that off. Like that. Oh boy! It's a ball and chain knight! These guys are not too bad. If you're in a formation, they go down pretty easily, not gonna lie. Oh boy. Let's all die already, guys! Get out of my way! I will end you all over the place! I want that force gem. Don't you let it disappear on me. Come on now. Oh boy. Let me go those force gems. Come on now. You're out of the way. Come on now. I'll get you. Come on. Huzzah! There we go. Take him down, and we got ourselves a dump of force gems like nothing else. We grab the 100 force gem because that's the most important one of the bunch. This should get us to max. Oh, we're 3 away. We're 3 force gems away. Can't believe this. Let's go off to the left here. We can't. Oh. Why did you jump that far? Something tells me I shouldn't go there. You! I'll take care of you now! Oh, he's laughing to the bank. He fell for it. Now I'm gonna walk away. Booyah! Let's go into our cross formation. Do our spin attack here, and we grab all those switches at once. To open up the way forward here. Break these off here. We want to use one of these Armo statues, or statues as it were, to open up this skylight. If we don't, this is an area we're going into next will be completely dark. It's kind of a nice attention to detail from the out. So it basically wants to essentially figure out exactly what you need to do, or well, just look around your surroundings first before, you know, completing the objective. It's really nice, and it's attention to detail. Look, it's a Zora! A river Zora at that. Who is it? Who's there? You're not those fiends who have taken over the castle, are you? I don't think so. Please, will you help me? Sure. I heard the maiden's cries and came running to find a castle though, and there's the fiends. They captured me and split me into 2. That's why I don't look so horrible right now. You are split in 2. You look like a whole to me. Please, I beg you, return my 2 halves and make me whole again. So we have an escort. We need to find the other half of this Zora. He looks completely... She looks pretty normal, I'd say. Oh boy, I almost fell off. Take care of these knights here. And there's our 2,000 force gems. Huzzah! Now our sword is much more powerful, baby. Again, the more of the force gems you collect, the more force fairies you can be able to obtain at the end of the stage. So bear that in mind. We have to get over here. Oh, there's Shadow Link causing chaos using his hammer, which will basically shock you. I don't think there's any way of actually getting around it, unless you can roll at the right time. But overall, it's more of just a hindrance. It's just a more inconvenience than anything else. So we need a so this is a wide pulley, a wide lever. You need all 4 to be in the wide formation or the long formation to get that through there. We have bombs. We're going to need these bombs. We've gone through obstacles to smithereens. Press A button to replace a bomb. And press R button to pick it up and throw it. We'll put a bomb there. Bum, bum. It's kind of weird though in the Game Boy Advance screen that it makes the sound a little bit muffled. Like it's supposed to be played on a Game Boy Advance speaker. Which is weird. There's the other half. Oh, happy day, thank you. Now at last we can merge as one, and I can return to my true form. Please take me to the barrier that blocked your way. I'll do my best to aid you on your journey. Sure. We were looking for a maiden, or there was like a fairy. We were told there was a fairy here. Hopefully you could, you know, help us out in finding it. Come on, Zoras. We'll help. You can help us out. I'm on. Oh. What do you got here? They're merging into one! Mega Zora! No, it's the Queen of the Fairies. I don't think I would ever be allowed to reclaim my true form as a great fairy again. Thank you so much, brave heroes. Uh-oh. Hey! The fairy's back to normal! Men! Swarm her! Uh-oh. It looks like those soldiers have noticed us. I'll take care of this. Screen nuke power! Troopers, go! Wow, okay. Why can't we have this power all from the start? Seriously! So this is the magical berry that buried you away? Yeah. Allow me to take care of this. Oh, thank you. I'll let all my friends throughout Hyrule know. If you run to 4 travelers with one face, tend to their weariness and ease their burden of their travels. There is a tradition that young noble gentlemen rescue damsels in distress, and so I will leave the well-being of the maidens in your hands. Take care. But why don't you just be with us? Seriously, why is the way of the hero such a difficult one? That makes no sense. Like, the survival of Hyrule is depending on you, great heroes. But I would love to help you out, but unfortunately, I've got a bingo game to get to, so it's like I gotta go. It's like the world is in peril, and you can't help us out. Got the force gems there. This link will come out this way. Pull out this way here. Cool. Then we have to go off the opposite side, so we can open up the rest of that barrier. Anything over here? Nothing. Go this way. Just like normal, there's another force gem you can collect here. If I pull the right way. Come back this way. There we go. Booyah! Pull these guys together. Hey-ya! There we go, and the barrier's done with. Oh! Hey! Oh yeah, you guys have a chance at me. I have the Force Sword. You can't have hope to win. They had no chance. Not one bit. Oh, there's 4 gems off the left and right sides here. I will gladly take those, thank you. What's in this chest? Force gems that we don't technically need, but you know, reclaiming the force fairies in that particular region would not be bad at all, really, to be honest. And the force gems are just everywhere. Oh, it's Armos! The Armos Knights are alive! But you have the Force Sword at this point, the powered up Force Sword, so these guys are in no trouble. If we pull through here, one of these has got a little offshoots hidden by there, and we get Force Gems for our trouble. Let's go here, and I believe it is up this way. We got our chests over here, and we get another heart container for our trouble. Gives us 6 hearts. And if you know you're a Link to the Past, we go over here. We can push this chair out of the way so that we can unlock this little opening right here. Come up this way. And there's 2 double Force Gems for our trouble. Not bad at all. Oh, I'm just going to try to make a combo. That didn't work out. Perfect. 200 Force Gems. That's amazing. Fly away! Dun, 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 dun. So, in order to basically make sure you don't have to repeat yourself over, just split your group up and see where this heart container is right here. That's 7 for us. So apparently that's where the boss fight is. Oh, it's our boss! And it is... Phantom Gannon? But why would Vaati release Phantom Gannon? That does make no sense whatsoever. Phantom Gannon is a pushover. You have to do energy tennis. Dead Man's Volley is his main attack. After you hit him enough times or knock him back, which I think is the max is 4, he'll just basically drop down and everything. Usually he can't hurt you. Usually he just likes to do energy tennis. But also, it's also the Wind Waker variant of Phantom Gannon. So again, this is why I'm saying that this is a sort of a hodgepodge of Zelda styles put together as one. Like, come on now. Now, if you're playing in multiplayer, this colorful orb would actually change colors. So each of the 4 links would have to hit them. But sadly, he's down, and he drops a lot of Force Gems. Even though if you don't have 2,000 Force Gems, you still need 2,000 Force Gems to end the stage. What a view. Look at that. It's just a nice... I like the artwork back here. It's actually pretty nice and cool looking. We can actually see, Death Mountain in the background over there, and which is pretty cool. Let's get down this way. It's a Maiden! We're saving one of the Maidens. They're trying to absorb her power through these darkness things. Get down here. And there is our first Maiden, folks. Where am I? The darkness. It's gone. I have been freed, haven't I? Link, what's happened? So, what's happened to you? Yeah, we kind of were forced to pull out the Force Sword to stop Shadow Link, which undoubtedly, started the whole plot of this entire adventure. Oh, the Force Sword! You've drawn the Mystic Blade. That means Vaati is free once more, does it not? You've doomed us, like I had any other choice. And you've taken up the mantle fate has given you. How brave! Such determination speaks well of you. You are truly a great hero. Oh! There's something you must know. That dark shadow that captured us. It looked just like you. What was it? Link, you must save the princess and the remaining maidens. Well, that's what we have to do. And there you go, we break the fairy free. Or the maiden free. Apparently she can float in air. Booyah! Travel by sea under my protection to a place called the Eastern Temple. Another of my kidnapped sisters is imprisoned there. Allow me to transform that I might serve you as your guide. Come, we must go. Transform into a fairy? Nice. And there we are, our first maiden shows up. Yeehaw! Give me my Force Fairies. Huzzah! Force Fairy times 12. Not bad at all. Let's get out of here.